Okay. Let's see if I can do this correctly. There we go. Okay. So tonight we're going to dig into what a MLM is and what a pyramid scheme is. And so that hopefully the next time a potential coach asks you if Beachbody is a pyramid scheme, you will be able to explain it to them with ease and confidence. So first, let's just dive into each one to get a further understanding of the differences between the two. So a legal MLM. So an MLM is a multi-level marketing. The definition from the Federal Trade Commission is individuals that sell products to the public, often by word of mouth and direct sales, and earn commissions for their own sales and also for the sales made by the people they recruit. And they go on to say, if the money you make is based on your sales to the public, it may be a legitimate MLM. If the money you make is based on the number of people you recruit and your sales to them, then it's probably not. So salespeople are often called independent business owners, and we generally work from home. Other companies that sort of have this similar structure is like Avon and Mary Kay and Pampered Chef. And the reason that it can be difficult to decipher between a legal MLM and an illegal one, which is a pyramid scheme, is because they're both built on the business model of multi-levels of distributors and recruits. So I cannot emphasize this enough to research. Knowledge is power, and especially when you're talking to people, if you have confidence and you know what you're talking about, then they're going to really listen to you. So I think the mistake that I made when I first came on and started looking into being a coach is I would Google, is Beachbody a pyramid scheme? And I think the reason why I went wrong on that is because it pulls up all these blogs and it's all just a bunch of opinions. It's your neighbor's opinion, Joe Schmo's opinion, just whoever's. And so what you want to do is you really want to Google the definition of an MLM or the definition of a pyramid scheme or what are the characteristics, and then just research that and develop your own opinions off of what you find. Okay, so I'm going to go into a little bit about the background of Beachbody, especially for the newbies, but even for some veterans. So Beachbody was founded in 1998. Team Beachbody was not founded until 2007. Now, Team Beachbody is the coaching opportunity. So it was originally founded to provide fitness and nutrition programs for individuals in 1998. And the reason why I think this is so important is because if it was originally meant to be a pyramid scheme, they would have had the coaching opportunity back in 1998. So that to me shows right there that that was never the intent. And my understanding is the story of how it all came about was Beachbody realized that when their customers or their challengers got support, that they did better and had better results. And so that was when the whole coaching opportunity came about. So the company's mission is to help people achieve their goals and enjoy healthy, fulfilling lives with a comprehensive approach of fitness, nutrition, and support. The reason why I bring this up is because a lot of illegal pyramid schemes, all they care about is bringing people on and making money. It's just the promise of making money. And there's not an actual legitimate product with value or some kind of passion behind it. So now talk about the commissions. So with Beachbody, you, for sales commissions, you get 25% off your customers or your challengers. But you not get anything from your coaches except for the club membership, but you no longer make any commission on their Shakeology, no commission on any of the products they buy. But so on the coach side now, we are not paid to recruit coaches. So if a coach or somebody comes to you, they don't want to buy a challenge pack or they haven't bought a challenge pack and they literally just want to sign up to be a coach. So they're going to pay that $40 sign up fee to be a coach. You do not make a commission off of that. And that's really important going forward as we talk about the differences. But if they do buy a challenge pack when they sign up to be a coach, or they have previously had a challenge pack, then you will get a fast start bonus, which is $40. And that's comparable to the commission you would have made if they would have just remained a challenger. Let's see. Okay, so we do not make commissions, but we do get team bonuses off of team volume of our downline. So what does that mean? That means you cannot just bring on coaches and expect to sit back and make money. You have to work the business to create volume, and you have to help your coaches be successful so that they build volume. It's not just, once again, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You don't just bring on coaches and expect to make money. Okay, so the definition of a pyramid scheme. It is a form of illegal investment in which each paying participant recruits 2 further participants, with returns being given to early participants using money contributed by latter ones. So in other words, it's any business opportunity in which the only real way to make money is to recruit more salespeople. So that's why I bring up that last point about we do not get paid to bring on coaches. So there are many different types of pyramid schemes, but the 2 most common are the naked pyramid scheme and the product-based pyramid scheme. So the naked pyramid scheme is there is no product sold. It is truly just a promise of making money. So an example of that is, and I'm sorry, it's a little fuzzy, but you spend $300 to join the pyramid, no product is exchanged, you get 5 people to join for $300, you make $100 off of each, and the remaining money goes to your upline. Each of those 5 you recruited, each recruit 5 more, which equals 25 people who join and spend $300 to join. So once again, it's all about just bringing on people. There's no product exchange, no value. So you can check them off your list because Beachbody obviously sells a legitimate product. So we know we're not a naked pyramid scheme. So next is the product-based pyramid scheme. The thing about this one is a product is exchanged, but there is not much value in the product, so it's tough to sell. So example of this one, I don't have a slide for it, but I'll just say it myself. Whitney recruits 10 salespeople who each pay $500 for a starter kit. So that means to start up to get the products that I'm going to sell. Whitney gets 10% of each starter kit that's sold. Whitney also gets 10% of each product that any of her recruits sell, including more starter kits. The recruits are told that the fastest way to make money isn't by selling products, but by recruiting more people to buy starter kits. So once again, we are not paid. I know I keep saying this, but we are not paid to recruit people. So, and I thought I was going to say something else, but I can't remember. Okay. So moving on. So now we're going to talk about some like key points of each one. So of a legit MLM versus a pyramid scheme. A legit MLM is focused on selling products, not recruiting more salespeople. And I think that's really important because obviously our main focus is to help people reach their goals, their health and fitness goals, or just living a healthy, fulfilled life. It's not about just bringing on coaches. In a legit MLM, it should be possible to make money by simply selling products directly to customers. And that is definitely possible with Beachbody. You do not have to bring on coaches. You can just choose to run challenge groups and have challengers for the rest of your life if you want. You do not have to bring on coaches to make money. There is a promise with most pyramid schemes. So that goes back to you don't really have a product or something with value. It's just a promise of making money fast, or that's usually what it is actually, just making money fast. And then you cannot jump people in a pyramid scheme. So I'll use myself as an example. So let's just say I'm on tier 3, Jessica's my upline, and then Raquel is her upline. So when I sell something, I make 10%, and then Jessica will make 10%, and then Raquel will make 10%, or maybe the rest of it. So I can never jump anybody because every time I make a sell, it's like they made a sell. Well, with Beachbody, that's not the case. So my sister, Nikki, is underneath me, and she can bring on a ton of challengers and a ton of coaches and be 10-star diamond before I'm even 2-star diamond. You do not have, you can take your business as far as you want, and you can jump everybody in Team VIP. So, and that's not the case when it comes to a pyramid scheme. Okay, a legit MLM. The only way to make money is either by selling products directly to the consumers or by managing a team of salespeople. So if you think about Beachbody, to make money, we either sell products directly to a consumer, which is our challengers, or we manage a team of salespeople, which is our team of coaches. Pyramid schemes offer money for simply recruiting people. So, as we've talked about again, I know you're probably going to kill me after saying it again, but we do not get paid to simply recruit people. Pyramid scheme puts much more emphasis on recruiting salespeople than selling an actual product. And we know that's obviously not true. Our focus is to sell Beachbody products and help people live healthy and happy lives. Okay. A pyramid scheme charges steep startup cost for joining. So obviously Beachbody, we only have a $40 fee. We also have the $17 monthly business fee, but that is for our coach online office. That's for all of our coaching support that we get. So it actually goes to something. It's not just some fee, some membership fee that we just throw out into the air. A lot of pyramid schemes, they have mandatory trainings that cost money. You have to buy a bunch of product. You have like a lot of membership fees. So that's usually the startup fee is like over $100. So that's what they're talking about there. Pyramid schemes usually have 5 or more levels of distributors that will collect commissions on a single sale. That goes back to the example that I used with Raquel and Jessica, where if I make a sale, I make 10%, Jessica makes 10%, Raquel makes 10%. Nobody will ever surpass or whatever because it just constantly moves up as if everybody just made a sale. The products being sold have real value and a competitive price. We all know, because everybody on this call has done a Beachbody program, we all know it has value. We've all seen results. We've seen our challengers have results, and it's definitely at a competitive price because we usually get bulked at first. But once people realize the value in it, they realize that it's worth it. So I think the key thing here is it a reputable brand? And once again, if you've done a program, which we all have, Beachbody is definitely that. We all get results, and help our challengers. A get-rich-quick scheme. As much as all of us want it to be that way, once you get on, it's not. It's hard work, and it's just like any business out there. You have to work hard to build it up to get where you want to be. Sounds too good to be true. And that is definitely something we've all heard too. If something sounds too big to be true, it probably is. So this sort of, I thought, summed it up pretty nicely. I found this. So an illegal pyramid, I cannot talk. An illegal pyramid scheme, you have obviously your first level, second level, third level. That's once again how the commissions go. So the key components are the value flows up to higher levels. It does not go down because you're making money for everybody above you. There's no actual product usually. You are paying and being paid to refer others into the business. So with the legal pyramid, the value is going downwards. Everyone gets something of value out of the business. There is a product, and the price of the product is fair for the price charged. Good morning, at my last slide. Pretty fast. Okay, so Beachbody is not a pyramid scheme. So I'm just going to sort of sum up some of the stuff we talked about. We make money by selling products directly to customers and by managing a team of salespeople, which is our coaches. Our main focus is on helping challengers achieve their health and fitness goals and live healthy, fulfilling lives. We sell a legitimate product that has a proven value at a competitive price. And you can take your business as far as you want by the hard work you put into it. It's not determined by how many people you bring on or whatever happens below you. Okay, I blew through that. Woo, my back. Did I lose anyone?
No, but I have a question.
Yes.
So what if somebody's retort to this is, then why are you looking for more people to join you?
Then why are you looking for more people to join you?
Yeah, why are we recruiting coaches if we're stressing that we don't get anything off of them? What are some good remarks to have?
Good question. So have you gotten that question before?
Wow. I showed it to Raquel the other day too. It was somebody who I hadn't personally contacted, but she was on my list to do it. And she made a post on Facebook, trying to defer everyone away from selling all of these network marketing products. And it was it was kind of a ridiculous post, but she got like a gang of people to go in and say like, why do they need to have all these coaches under them? And it's so that that's the only way that they can go on and do well in the business.
Well, it's definitely not the case, because you have to have, I mean, you can make money by just having challengers. So you don't have to build a team if you don't want to. But I mean, most people come on because they have done the product, they feel better, and they want to share it with others. And that's usually, I think, how most people get on. It's not normally, because we're just trying to get a bunch of people.
I think my question is more of, how do we explain to other people that we're not recruiting because we make so much off of the recruits? How do we explain to them the reason for us recruiting?
I think that the best way to look at it is to look at it from, like, when it was saying you're sharing your experience. So what this business has allowed you to do, you want to help and share that with other people. If somebody asks you that question directly, then you can say, if I bring you on board, it's not going to do me a bit of good. And, of course, if you come on board and I help you to be successful, you're going to be part of my team, and I will benefit from you being on my team, of course. But me just bringing you on is not going to do me any good. But the thing that I want to share with other people is what this business has allowed me to do, both personally and financially. And I want to be able to share that with others.
Yeah, I think that definitely goes back to the commission part too, because if you kept them as a challenger and didn't bring them on as a coach, you'd keep making a commission off of them. But if you bring them on as a coach and they choose not to work the business, which is fine, they don't have to. You don't make a lick of income unless they have the club, but you don't make anything. And so, but if you help them like flourish in their business, that's the thing about we don't all commission off each other. We have that team bonus on how we all do. And you can't just bring on a coach and like make money. You have to work the business too.
Yeah. And Bonnie, what I would say too is, why are we recruiting? Because it's a freaking awesome business opportunity. Like straight up, if people ask me that, because this is the best business opportunity I've ever seen ever. Like, absolutely. Am I going to be making profit off of you? No. But if I help you grow a successful business, absolutely, I'm going to benefit because our volume is growing. So it's in my best interest to help you be successful. And I don't know really what other business opportunity there is for that, right? Like, and I'm completely honest with people, and that's why I show them what I make, and I say, I absolutely understand your hesitations, because I think, and then just showing them like a normal business structure. And what Whitney talked about, like, if you want to surpass me, it's totally possible. When I work at Texas State with my director, Glenn, there's no way. It doesn't matter how hard I work. I'm never going to surpass him, ever. It really doesn't matter how hard I work. And I don't know of any other business structure where you have the ability to do that, nor is the person who is asking you to be on their team wanting you to succeed so bad. I think it's such a great opportunity. And I think you showed me that thing, and I've had people make these, comments too. And honestly, it's just ignorance, because they don't recognize that they're probably in a pyramid scheme as themselves. Like, we don't want to talk about it, but corporate America is a pyramid scheme. You have these little employees, then maybe some supervisors, managers, and a director and a CEO. That's a pyramid scheme. If you really want to talk about it, an employee is never going to surpass the CEO. And a prime example, like Whitney showed, Melanie Mitro, top coach. She's probably going to be top coach for the third year in a row. She's like 4 or 5 levels down from Lindsay Matway. And yet she's number 1. So she's jumped multiple levels. And I think just showing people that too, that it's just ignorance. I really think that. And I think that, having an open discussion, sometimes it can't even be done over Messenger. Get people on a phone and talk about it. And if you get stuck, get on a 3-way with me. I'm so open about this business that I'm like, whatever question you have, ask it. Just come at me, because I guarantee I probably had it too, which is why I did so much research on this. It's just, I've never found another business opportunity that's so amazing. Sorry, I got kind of heated on that.
Can I hop on the back of that just a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So as like a person, who's outside of the whole thing, we don't understand what this business is all about, the best thing you can do from the forefront, I think, is to express why you jumped in the business. Because really, you can't speak for anyone else. So you could literally say, well, I can't speak for anybody else who's recruiting, but I'm recruiting coaches because XYZ. I've been able to cover part of my gas. I pay for my gas every week. I help with the cell phone bill, and I'm literally getting healthy every single day of my life. So it's like, think about what it's done for you, and then just share your heart, share your story. And if they want to ask more about it, then you can go into, all of the details of why the business is so bomb.com.
Also, one more thing that Carl Deichler spoke about at Summit that I thought was so good. He said, most people don't have a plan B, but they need one. With the political environment and all the craziness that's happening in politics, 2008, the recession, people need a plan B, and this is a great plan B. That could potentially be a plan A for a lot of us. So I always say, well, have you ever considered of making additional income? Like, who doesn't want to make additional income? Like, yes, please, So just talking about that too, because I think that, people are always looking for ways to make additional income. And if you can do it from home and you're scrolling through Facebook, yes. Okay, what other questions do we have? Whitney, you did good. I learned a lot.
I talk really fast. It went a lot slower when I practiced, but when I get all nervous, I talk really fast, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's only 9:16. But thank you though. Wow, I'm shocked.
You can also, if you have questions about this, I know Whitney and I talked about it a little bit before. If you have questions about commission, how you get paid, or anything that deals with the multi-level marketing structure, anything in that realm or not in that realm, any questions you might have, shoot them at us, because I know it can be confusing, especially when you're first kind of wading through it. It gets a little bit confusing. How do I even get paid? I don't know. I totally get it. So if you have questions, don't think they're silly. Please feel free to ask.
Well, I think I have one. Sorry,
except for you, I'm sorry.
Newbie coach. So how do you explain for whenever you're trying to advance in rank, I have to bring coaches underneath me in order to advance to Emerald or Ruby and Diamond. So how do I explain that?
Explain that to who? To
people that we're trying to bring on people, and we're trying to explain the system to them and how that they can advance in the company. Yes, you do have to bring on coaches, but it's not a pyramid.
I would say you can talk about the benefits financially of bringing people on, like the increase in bonuses, the sharing of volume. I mean, there's a financial component that there's the benefit, but it's also you're impacting more lives. That's kind of the key. That's the key here. We're helping more people get results, and we're just spreading the love, and we're ending the trend of obesity. We're just one step at a time. It's not, we just don't focus on that stuff. I need 7 more coaches in order to become Diamond. And, why do you need 7 more coaches? Well, I don't know. I just want to be a Diamond. It's I want to help more people get healthier. I want more people to feel like me, if that makes sense. And you're explaining it to someone, when you're talking about them being able to have the opportunity to build a business, you also, I feel like there's a big responsibility that comes with that. So for me, when I bring someone onto my team, I want them to know 100% I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to make sure that they have all the training that they need. I'm going to give them all the support that they need. I'm not going to just bring them on and put them on an island, because we're such a team culture with our team. And so for me, that's a huge part of building a team. And when I have coaches, that I want them to turn around and build a team as well. So if they're explaining it to someone else, I want them to give them that same feeling of knowing that they're coming onto a team of people. We're here to help you. You're going to turn around and do that same thing to somebody else, kind of creating that ripple effect the same way that you're doing with someone you may be bringing on board. Does that kind of help?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Also, Brittany, I would say too, with that, yes, we want to be bringing people on to build a team, but sometimes when you're just starting, and like for me, like when I first was building a team, it was like my family members. And we build a team because that just helps us build our rank, and it gives us the potential to make more money. And the key word there is potential. If I just bring warm bodies and they're not doing anything, I'm not going to be making much money. And like what Jessica just talked about, if I bring team members on and I help them and I train them and I help them build a successful business, then we all win. And then my potential, because I've built a business, Beachbody then says, good job, you're helping your team succeed. I give you a team bonus. So I don't know if that really helps explain it, but I don't really need just warm bodies. If I have warm bodies, my potential there is to earn income, but just having them on my team, just sitting there, I'm not like making more money, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Maybe.
That's a good question though. I love these.
That's a great question. What
Anybody else?
None.
It's like perfect time too. It's 9:29.
Look at you, Whitney. Man, when Raquel and I talk, it's like not a chance. You make it look so easy. Okay, good. Well, if there's no more questions, we will save the recording and we will post it in Team VIP. So if anybody that's on your team, or if you have questions about it and you want to go back and rewatch it, that way you'll have it. And then other than that, I don't think we have any upcoming announcements that we need to chat about unless I'm missing something. We will post some more details on our retreat coming up in October 8th, if you don't have it on your calendar. So be looking for that in Team VIP this week. We'll have the kind of the final details so that you can have it and you can plan for it. And I'm so excited to see everybody in person.
Okay, real quick, I just have a few announcements really quick. Don't forget that the 3-week yoga retreat, that's that new program that Beachbody is going to be launching, I think in September. They're giving a sneak peek this Thursday on Beachbody On Demand. So you can check that out, which is going to be really, really cool. It's a great place for people that want to start into yoga, but maybe they're intimidated to go to yoga studio. So the sneak peek is going to be on Thursday, Beachbody On Demand. And then we also will have a business opportunity call next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. So my encouragement to you this week would be to be planting seeds in your post about how awesome coaching is, right? So you're talking about coaching all this week, inviting to that, and then inviting to our call for next Tuesday. Cool? Okay.
Cool.
I'll see
everyone,
you
have a
on social
wonderful
media.
evening.
Bye.